this leads us into the thought that, hey, part of our salvation is we know why we're created. What is the purpose that we are created for? I was watching online a graduation address from a comedian named Tin Minchin to the University of Western Australia. And it was funny. It was cool. He was a comedian. It was supposed to be funny. He's a comedian. But he had some things that I thought were okay for the world, but run contrary to the eternal hope that we have. See, one of his things was that you shouldn't dream too big. Because if you arrive at your destination, your goal, your dream, you'll find perhaps that dream wasn't actually worth having. So make sure if you have a really big dream, make sure it takes up as much of your life as possible. So at the end of your life, you just have a little bit of life left to live over to deal with the disappointment. Instead, you should be like micro-ambitious. That's the phrase he used, micro-ambitious. I don't like that. That might be just me. I know we want to have achievable goals we can reach. We want to be aware of where we are going. We don't want to be so focused on this far-off goal that we miss what's going on around us. And that's probably what he is trying to intend to say. But the way in which it resonated in my spirit was not. We know better than that. We have a purpose in life. We know what we're created for. See, in this world, you can have success without significance. Significance comes from knowing your purpose. Why am I here? What on earth am I here for? Why does my life exist? What is the purpose of my life? Does my life have any meaning? Those are fundamental questions of life. And you can fill your life with popularity and power and possessions and pleasures and not know the purpose of life. You don't know why it is that you're here on earth. There's a big hole inside of you, and you try and fill it with stuff, money, achievement, success, travel, pleasure, sports, hobbies, whatever it is. And those aren't all bad things. But they're never going to take the place of knowing why it is in the world that you're here in the first place. Why you exist. Why you're even alive. What is the purpose of your life? You know, there's thousands of verses about the purpose of your life in this book. About the purpose of your life in this book. If you've ever read it, you don't know them, though. You don't know what on earth you're here for. And at some point, even if you're living the good life, you're going to put your head down on the pillow at night and go, there's got to be more to life than this. Because there is. You're wired for God, or by God, for much, much more. You were made for so much more than simply the good life. You were made for the better life.